Hey everyone, it's me Joji, and today we're getting a bit toxic with our fighting. And that's because we're going to be playing Medicham EX with some poisoning mechanics going around to get some knockouts. Now, Medicham EX is a new card from the latest set Stellar Crown, and it has the attack called Chiatsu. Now, Chiatsu, what it does is for 2 colorless energy, put damage counters onto your opponent's Pokemon until they have 50 HP remaining. Now, that is great and all, but how do we ensure that gets knocked out? Well, using things like Brute Bonnet and a Ancient Booster energy capsule attached to it, we can poison the opponent's Pokemon. That's 1 more tick of damage during Pokemon Checkups, which happen after we use Chiatsu. So now it's left with only 40. But let's couple that with a Radiant Hisuian Sneasler, which lets you put 2 more damage counters onto that poisoned Pokemon during Pokemon Checkups. Now all it's left is, well, 20. And that's where Perilous Jungle comes in. During Pokemon Checkups, put 2 more damage counters onto non-dark type Pokemon. So keep that in mind, non-dark type. So things like Charizard EX will not be getting this tick of damage, but for the most part, everything else will. Well, also Roaring Moon EX, but anyways, pretty much that is going to knock out things like Dragapult EX during a whole turn for just 2 colorless energy, which we can set up with double turbo energy, and that is pretty easy to do. 260 HP, Yoga Kick does 190, but obviously, as you can see, we do not run any fighting type energy, so we're not going to be using that attack. And the reason we're using dark type energy is because as a backup, especially for those Charizard EX matchups, we do have Munkidori. Munkidori helps us move damage counters from one of our Pokemon to their Pokemon. So if we have a poisoned Pokemon, we can move that 30 damage we're going to be taking from Perilous Jungle onto something else. Of course, that is if it's not Brute Bonnet or Radiant Hisuian Sneasler in the active. But most of the time, you're going to have Medicham or maybe Mew EX or Bloodmoon in the active spots. So those are going to take some ticks of damage, and you can move them away with Munkidori as long as it has a Darkness energy attached to it. So the list goes as follow, of course: 3 line for Medicham EX, 3 Brute Bonnets, 2 Munkidori, 1 Bloodmoon Ursaluna EX. This is going to be a late game attacker because of its season skill. You can go ahead and attack maybe like with 1 energy or none if possible is what you want to do. You could technically attach a double turbo energy to attack with it, but keep in mind you're now only going to be doing 220 damage. So make sure you're able to knock out the Pokemon before committing this to the bench, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Now, moving on, we have, of course, that Radiant Hisuian Sneasler, a Lumineon V, a Mew EX, and a Squawkabilly EX. For supporters, we run 3 Boss's Orders, 3 Arven, 2 Colress's Experiments, Colress's Tenacities. Now, this is going to be helpful for getting your double turbo energies and your Perilous Jungle into the hand to help set up for your little gimmick of knocking out. 2 Iono, 4 Nest Ball, 3 Buddy Buddy Poffin, which are here specifically for the Meditites. And then we have 2 Ultra Ball, 2 Night Stretchers, 2 Switches, 1 Hisuian Heavy Ball to get things like Radiant Hisuian Sneasler if it is prized, or any of our other supporting Pokemon. We have 1 Counter Catcher, a Secret Box to grab whatever we may need as long as we discard 3 cards, Ancient Booster Energy Capsules, 4 of them, which are all going to be attached to Brute Bonnet unless we need to attach it to something else just within the hand. We have a Rescue Board, a Force Shield Stone, obviously going on to our Lumineon V, which is our only V Pokemon in the deck, 4 Perilous Jungle, and then for energy we have 4 Darkness Energy and 4 Double Turbo Energy. That is the list. It is pretty straightforward, honestly. The only thing you really have to worry about in this deck is your bench space. Your bench space has to be correct, or else your gimmick will not work. Okay, so just as an example, this is what your field should look like at a minimum. You should have Perilous Jungle in the active field spots. You should have a Medicham EX with a double turbo energy attached. a Radiant Hisuian Sneasler, and a Brute Bonnet. So you would poison your own Medicham, so keep that in mind, and theirs, but after you use Chiatsu, their Pokemon would get knocked out. Now, we do have still 3 spaces of bench space left. Depending on what you're doing, right? If you're going first, you want to have your Squawkabilly so you can draw a full new hand. But maybe instead you're going second and you want to use a Lumineon to get a supporter instead for turn, right? For turn 2. You probably should have a Munkidori with a Darkness Energy attached in case you need to get knockouts on other Pokemon after you poisoned, right? So you'll get 2 ticks of damage, and then you'll get 3 ticks of damage, and then another 3 ticks of damage. The Munkidori can move at least 3 of those and put them onto their Pokemon any way you like. Yeah, the other 2 spots will have to definitely depend on if you're going first or second, but you'll probably want Lumineon V if you're going second, and then Squawkabilly if you're going first, or you can't find the Lumineon because it's prized. So that are the options there. And then for the final spot, I highly recommend a Meditite, and then maybe having that ready as a Medicham as your secondary attacker. So something like this is what your bench would look like. And then as things get knocked out, maybe your Medicham got knocked out because of something, maybe your own poison damage, which could happen. You put up Mew EX, or have your Bloodmoon Ursaluna as a late game attacker. But try not to fill up your bench with too much stuff. You usually want to have Medicham in the active, Hisuian Sneasler, Brute Bonnet, and the Perilous Jungle at least in your field. So keep that in mind. This is what it would look like ideally. And as the game progresses, just make the correct decisions on whether to play Squawk, Lumineon, or Mew as one of those last bench spaces. Again, have maybe another Meditite on here so you can set up another attacker the next turn if this current active one gets knocked out. Okay, so let's get into some footage, which is actually from one of our live streams. So if you're interested in checking us out while we're live for some Pokemon TCG, video game, and other content, go ahead and check us out on twitch.com. Before we go on, why not get subscribed? It lets me know that you like this sort of video. And if you are subscribed, thank you so much, but double check because YouTube does unsubscribe people. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. That's not a good start. I've started Squawkabilly or like a bad starter so many times this stream. What is going on? If it's Charizard EX, we're in a bad spot because we can't use Perilous Jungle on it. It is. There's a monkey. Trying to think if I get something that I can just Ultra Ball away, or if I get Mew, commit this, and then we draw at least one more. No, that bit me in the Mudbray last time I did that, so I'm just gonna go with Brute Bonnet, so I can at least commit the Ancient Boost Energy Capsule this turn. And I'm going to commit the Darkness onto there. Alright. That's not bad. I'm going to actually use Buddy Buddy Poff to burn that. I need Hisuian Sneasler on the bench. I could do a 2 Meditite. And then the last one's reserved for Mew EX or Lumineon. Sorry, no. What am I saying? Hisuian Sneasler is the last one. Yeah, okay. You can grab that with the Nest Ball the following turn. All right, we pass. Ooh, actually. Let's do some tick damage here. Let's do some extra tick damage. Now they have to be a bit rushed to get this out of the active, or we get the knockout on it. If I remember correctly, Charizards try and run at least an Artisan or two. Oh, you know what? We can maybe get Secret Box. Actually, is that worth getting? I don't think so. We'll see what you top deck. We need a DTE or something. Are they going for Call for Family? Okay, sure. I wonder what they're committing to the active then. Probably Rotom or Dreepy. Charmander, okay. You know, I could go grab a Darkness Energy somehow, attack it, and KO that way. That'd be very funny. Let's try it. Let's definitely try to do that. How many do we have in deck? We have one in deck? Still? Okay, so 2 are prized. That's insane. We can't put DTE on it. What can we get? I really want to... Oh, you know what? We probably don't need to get anything if we get the Hisuian Sneasler out. What am I saying? Alright, cool. I keep forgetting the Hisuian Sneasler. This whole deck idea revolves around having Hisuian Sneasler. I should really put down a Hisuian Sneasler. Alright, let's repoison it. I'm going to sacrifice one of my Meditite. Just in case they maybe go Dragapult. They knock this guy out. Alright. A Brute Bonnet. Okay. What do we do here? I think we're just gonna go for... We could bring that up, actually. Maybe with the boss's orders, we do the same thing again. Never mind, they're going to a Dragapult. But they're not attacking this turn, right? They attach to it. Yeah. So they need a Sparkling Crystal or something. This is why I like getting an early prize. Getting an early prize in the race here. This definitely seems like something that wants to go turbo and get a prize card as soon as possible. Penny. Oh, are you going for the Jet Headbutt? Okay. Sure. It's not really a play you see that often, but go ahead. What do we need? We need... Oh my god. gosh, we have so many Brute Bonnet. We have 2 energy in there, Night Stretcher. Do we really need that 3rd Brute Bonnet? No. We'll just burn the card. I do need to save this spot for something else. I think I just Iono here. Hope we get the DTE and the Medicham EX somehow. We're so close. Secret Box. We can burn this. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have to give him another Meditite. I still have 1. So I can put that in bench. Because it's gonna get the knockout on that one there. I was thinking maybe we could use the Secret Box. Get what we needed that way. But what we really need is the DTE, and we used Arvin earlier. This can get us Colress's Tenacity. That can get us the DTE. I think we do that, and we'll be fine. There's a Jacques. You have no Pokemon to evolve, though. Maybe he's going to bench them? What do we get? We can get an item card that will get us the Ultra Ball. Okay. Switch. Attach retreat again. Okay. Okay, this is a better spot for us now, because we can knock this guy out instead. Yeah, this is a really good spot. Alright, this gets us the energy. This is going to get us the Medicham. These are the cards we can burn. Just making sure we do have the Medicham. Alright, Colress's Tenacity. I'm going to get the DTE. We're going to Poison. We're going to Ultra Ball away Booster Jungle for Medicham. We're going to evolve there. We're going to attach to the double turbo, and this is how we get this knockout this turn here. I think we win this now. What they now have to do is bench something, and then the following turn evolve it. The Entei. That could do it. I think we have Bloodmoon still in deck. So that's our way of winning against this Entei. We have our Bloodmoon. Whatever damage they do to us, we can move at least 30 away onto it. What could they also be trying to do? They could be trying to go for maybe a boss play. Maybe knock out the Brute Bonnet, which is probably the best choice. How many have we lost? We've lost 1. We still have 2 Brute Bonnet, I believe, in deck. But that probably would be the best knockout for them to take. Yeah. I figured as much. And they're probably going to put the 60 onto Medicham. Might be setting up a Pidgey, because I know they have Pidgey out in hand still from last turn. Where was it? From the Jacques? I think, yeah, they have Pidgey out and Charizard in hand. How much energy have they lost? 2 fire. Looks like they're going for the Pidgey out next turn. Do we still win this prize race? Yep, figured as much. Oh. Oh, okay. I was thinking maybe they put 10 onto Meditite here. But I guess not. We're going to put Squawk up first. We can retreat if needed. Arven gets us. Booster. Nest Ball we need for the Brute Bonnet play here. And we win game here. This was definitely a closer one that I would have liked. But we did indeed get there. Oh, it looks like he doesn't like the fact that we're winning based off the poison Chiatsu knockouts. Actually, no, we're not winning. Wait, are we winning? I forget if Legacy stops that. It does not. Legacy does not stop it. Because it wasn't damage, it was damage counters of supporters early in that game too. Heads, let's go first. Let's see. All right. Meditite. We'll just bench one. Gardevoir? No, they're switch cards. Why would you have switch cards in Gardevoir? That doesn't make sense. Definitely not Gardevoir. Also, I do like the fairy sleeves. Surprising they made fairy sleeves, considering fairy types aren't in the game anymore. Or in TCG anymore, I should say. Rest in peace, fairy types. Mew? Okay. What is... That's a Mewtwo? Mm-hmm. Interesting. Let's go with something unconcerning to them. I think maybe Brute Bonnet or Sneasler here. I don't think I want to bench the Mew. It's going to be pointless with this large of a hand. All right. I need a Ultra Ball, an Ultra Ball or an Arven. Ooh, actually. I also need the double turbo energy. That's going to be very helpful. How do I get it in time, though? Ooh, the pass? Okay. Perfect. Darkness Energy, not so perfect. We can call resist Tenacity, but if he gets an Adrenabrain, that's kind of pointless for us. I'm sorry, I said call resist Tenacity. I meant like an energy. Do I want to get a second Perilous Jungle? Yeah, probably just a thin. Do I do it? I put him at 60. No. No. I don't want to risk him using Adrenabane just to put that 60 onto me. Or that 30 onto me, I mean. Yeah, see, if I had done that, he would have just gone for the... Why do you have a Voracious one? Weird. What the heck am I playing against? Boss's orders? Okay. I suppose. They're really just not giving anything we need right now. I mean, I can do this just to thin. Oh. What is this game? This is like one of the slowest games I've played today. Okay. You go for the reflective barrier. Just passed, okay. Can we get a better supporter or just something to get this game going? What is this game? Oh my gosh. Okay. Is he going to attack me now? Or is he just going to retreat for the reflective barrier? No, he's going for the mind bend. I'm confused. Alright, well, we've got one more piece of the puzzle. I'm going to pass. You can't knock me out, which is okay. There's a Mew. A DTE. Interesting. Hero's Cape, okay. What the heck is this list? Indeed. I'm almost tempted to let it get knocked out. Oh my gosh, I am so tempted to just let it get knocked out right now. Very tempted, so I can at least use Night Stretcher. All we need is a supporter. We need an Arven or an Iono, honestly. I'll take an Iono at this point. Switch cards. This is good because we don't have to worry about reflective barrier at all. Because we're not doing damage, we're putting damage counters. Well, actually put damage. Yeah, damage counters, yeah. I should read the card. That really explains the card. Choose 5 cards to discard? Let's go. I will give you literally everything I have here. Maybe not the boss. Actually, no, I'm giving you the boss. That's fine with me. What's going on, Pokemic? I think we'll be fine. Although this Side Slash might be a problem. Oh my gosh, the Narvin. Thank Arceus above. Okay, so we get our energy capsule here. To go for the nest ball. What would you get with the nest ball? We could go for the Munkidori. Or do I really want to get the Lumineon somehow? Yeah, we'll do that. Hope you're having a great evening, by the way. Yeah, I'm gonna grab the Munkidori. Alright, Toxic Powder. And Chiatsu. So this does no damage, so we don't have to worry about his Side Slash. And it gets knocked out. I just realized he could copy me with Mew, and we'll be in a pickle. Actually, no, we won't, because he's going to put me up to 50. I'm only taking 30 ticks of damage. So you could copy it if you wanted to, but it's not going to knock me out. If he leaves it in play, I knock it out, though. He could go for a Yoga Kick. Does it knock me out? Puts me at 220? No, I'm at 250 with that. I think his best bet definitely is, though, the Yoga Kick. Now we gotta hope that we get back in Arvin or something so we can get the Ancient Boost Energy Capsule. Oh, did you Pokemike? Did you change your name? You did go for the Yoga Kick. Had to change your name? Gotcha, gotcha. Darkness Energy, let's go. I'm gonna move some of this over here. Let me nest first. Let me go for the Bloodmoon. Plus this thins a bit. Alright, let me go for Chiatsu. He's at 230. Best thing for him to do right now is just use Mind Bend, knock me out that way. Oh, so is it Pokemike? Okay, I guess that works. Honestly, he could have taken 2 knockouts depending on what I put up. Yeah, I need an Arvin or something. Okay. Fair. He just passes? Is that what he's doing? Oh, he hasn't attached for turn. I wonder what that other card he has in hand was, because he could have gone with another Munkidori and gotten the KO that way. Forced me to bench something or put something else into the active. Okay. I mean, sure. I'm gonna set up Meditite. If I have to, I'll switch it out. Okay, maybe not. I'm gonna move this over here. No funny business. Now we really need that energy capsule. The energy capsule helps us win this game. He's probably just gonna put it back onto here. Figured as much. Well, I guess he just needs the other energy to knock us out, right? That does 260 exactly. Not the best spot to be in, but it is a spot. Maybe he doesn't have the energy. I feel like he should, right? He has committed a lot of it, though. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't have it. Fair. Nothing happens. He's gonna have to move it away from there onto something else. That's for sure. At this point, it's kind of just a game of like moving it back and forth, I think. We might lose just because of typing. If we had another Munkidori, we could win this. But don't know where it is right now. I think it's prized. Top deck is an Ultra Ball. That could get us Lumineon. We do lose our DTE, which I'm okay with, honestly. With the Lumineon, it's worth it. Yes. Let's go with an Iono. We could just get the knockout here this way, though. But we're going to poison ourselves. And that's the problem right now. Do we have a counter catcher? We do not. I think Iono is a better play. Oh, I should have checked if we had another Munkidori. Shoot. I think we had the other Munkidori too, though. I should have checked that. Nope, it's right there. Figured it was priced. Okay. Moving this over to... there, why not? Should we have tried to go for the knockout? Maybe. I'm not sure if we should have gone for the knockout or not. Another Mewtwo. Is it away from this Mewtwo? If it is, that's perfect. I prefer it to go away from this Mewtwo and onto something else. He moved it away from the Mewtwo. He's using a penny on the Mew-EX. Okay. Fair, honestly. Is that really your choice? Okay. Now there's less of a chance of worrying about this guy. Now I think is the time that we really look for that Ancient Booster Energy Capsule. Because that reset also makes him lose that TT, which he just attached onto this Mewtwo instead. Which I prefer. Yeah, I wonder if there's a card that just prevents your Pokemon from getting, like, poisoned or anything. Is there a special energy? I feel like there is a special energy. Ooh, that's perfect. I'm gonna move 30 away from you onto the Munkidori. You know what? I'm gonna KO the Mew. This is gonna be a problem later. Alright. I think we win this game now. Bloodmoon is not that big of a deal. Because we can move damage counters and hit that 240. Easy knockout that way. That honestly was the biggest hurdle, that Mew-EX. Now he has to go for a Psy Slash. But based on his energy commitment, he seems to only be going for that reflective barrier. I do wonder how many energy he's actually running. Okay. I think we boss up the Bloodmoon and we win this. Yeah, I think we win. I'm just gonna move some of this over back onto... I guess it really doesn't matter. When he takes a knockout on this, I will be able to just attack with Bloodmoon and KO. But I was not expecting the reflective barrier Mewtwo to be a card I was gonna see on this ladder, honestly. Yeah, let's just go with Chiatsu. I don't think I want to take anything out of the deck right now. So, let's go for the knockout. Yeah, Side Slash knocks me out, but then I got my Ursaluna to retaliate with. Honestly, I think the best thing that happened to us was that Penny pulling up the Mew. Because I didn't commit energy onto it, we had the chance to then knock that out instead. They could be trying to go for the Bloodmoon again. Yeah, they could be going for Bloodmoon, but we KO that. We have Munkidori and our own Bloodmoon. Ooh, actually, to be fair, we're only doing 220 because of this DTE attached to it. Uh-oh. Hold on now. Does he? Oh, maybe he doesn't have a way to get it. But I think that would have been his win condition. If he was able to get the Bloodmoon up, I don't think I have... Well, I guess I do have the Medicham to respond with, right? Still? No, I don't, because it's going to get knocked out. So I don't really have anything to respond with. I think that was their best play. But no, we win this. That was a close one, honestly. If they Nest Ball, get their Bloodmoon back, I think they do win. But we just get the knockout. We win here. Good game. Good game. And so that was Medicham EX. What did you guys think about it? Honestly, I do enjoy this gimmick of putting damage until they have 50 and then knocking it out during Pokemon Checkup with Poison. But I do think there is ways we could maybe make this a bit better. First and foremost, I do know that there is a Pekka promo card that puts 50 damage counters more, I believe, during Pokemon checkups to poisoned Pokemon, regardless of what type they are. So you could use that to knock things out. The issue with that is, well, it has to be in the active. And, well, to use Chiatsu, it has to be in the active at the end of your turn. So that does make it a bit more difficult to get those knockouts that way. If you had maybe a weaker Pokemon that you didn't need to use Chiatsu for, I could see the argument for playing Pekka in the list instead of maybe Munkidori. But as it stands, because you're going to be attacking with Chiatsu, you can do it that way. I honestly think you could set up a different type of deck using Brute Bonnet, Pekka, and all those other Pokemon. Maybe even the Pekka EX, so you can switch that in to active and also remove whatever poison you poison for before switching in. But that might be just a completely different type of deck other than the Medicham EX. Another suggestion I would make is putting in Professor Turo's scenario. Now, that would let you pick up Pokemon that you no longer need on your bench. So let's say you went second and you played your Lumineon to get an Arven. Well, you really don't need that Lumineon, especially if you've used the 4 Sealed Stone it already, right? So using the Professor Turo does get rid of this 2 prize liability, and then you can put something else on there. Maybe you want another Meditite, or start setting up Mew-EX instead. That is a good option. Or again, same thing, use Squawkabilly's Squawk and Seas already. Use the Professor Turo scenario to get that out of there. It's one less 2 prize liability on the bench. So that's just another suggestion. If you had to put that in, I would maybe suggest removing a boss's orders, or maybe a nest ball. Actually, maybe even a Buddy Poffin, because seeing how many nest balls we have and how many Buddy Poffins, we may be just fine with having 4 nest ball and 2 Buddy Poffins, since we only have 3 Pokemon we can really grab with the Buddy Poffin. Those are just some suggestions. Again, the pack run promo for different poisoning mechanics, and then a Professor Turo's scenario in the deck to help you get rid of liabilities on your bench and free up some space that way. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this deck in the comments down below. I honestly do like the poison gimmick. I do like getting knockouts that way, and just other ways than just doing huge amounts of damage. Kind of like calculating what's the best route to get knockouts on this Pokemon. It's a fun way to just play Pokemon slightly more different than just big damage. But yeah, let me know what you think about this deck in the comments, and what suggestions you might make to it instead, or what you think could go well with the Medicham EX instead. Anyways guys, as always, stay safe, and thanks for watching.